Hi friends, today I'm going to read you a new Froggy book called Froggy's Halloween, written by Jonathan London and illustrated by Frank Remquix. And this is Froggy's Halloween adventure. Here's the title page, Froggy's Halloween. And here you see Froggy and his mother, who you've met before, and his father, and they have carved a jack-o'-lantern out of a pumpkin, and they are getting ready for Halloween. Here's Froggy in his room, and again you can see Frank Remquix gave him a new quilt with jack-o'-lantern pattern on it. And the story goes that for Froggy, Halloween meant candy, but it also meant dressing up, and he wondered, what should I be for Halloween? He's trying to figure out his Halloween costume. I know, cried Froggy, flying high over the city, faster than a dragonfly, stronger than a bullfrog. I'll be Super Frog. No, said Froggy, I know. I want to be something spookier. I'm going to be the ghost frog. And he poked 2 holes in his mother's best white sheet, and he draped it over his head. Ooh, here he is being a ghost. No, something scarier. I know, cried Froggy. Vampire Frog. He put on his black cape, swoosh, and pulled on his mom's black tights, zup. And then he put on his slick black wig, zat. And he said in his best Dracula voice, Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear. Oh my goodness. Froggy, called his mother. What? Halloween is not until next week. You're supposed to be doing your homework, dear. I am Count von Frogula, said Froggy. Vampire frogs don't do homework. Froggy's mother laughed. Vampires have fangs, she said. You're a toothless wonder. Oops, cried Froggy, covering his mouth. So all week at school, Froggy wondered, what should I be for Halloween? A football player? A cowboy? A zombie? What is he going to choose? Uh-oh, new character. Do you know who this lady is at his school? She says, Froggy! Cried his teacher, Miss Witherspoon. What? Kindly keep your mind on your work, dear. But his mind was on Halloween. Every day after school he got ready. He carved crazy pumpkins. He hung sticky spider webs all over the front of his house. He hung his mother's sheet like a ghost in the wind, and he practiced. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear. Oh no. At last it was the night before Halloween, and all through the house there were creaking sounds and scratching sounds, and Froggy was scared. He shivered in bed and imagined ghosts and goblins and werewolves and witches. Witches! Sap! I know, cried Froggy. I'll be the Frog Prince for Halloween. So he's finally decided. And in the morning, he put on his black cape, zwoosh. And he put on his mom's black tights, zup. And he put on his slick black wig, zat. Getting ready to be the Frog Prince. And last but not least, he plunked on his gold crown, zunk. And he flashed his mighty sword. Ta-da! He is ready to go. At Halloween parade at school, all the girls thought Froggy looked cute, especially Froggalina. All right, guys, so here's the characters we already know. Of course, we know Froggy, and we know his best friend Max. He's the beaver here, and he's a clown. And we know Matthew the turtle. We met him earlier this week. We don't know the duck character, and we don't know the pig character, but this character right here is Froggalina. And Froggalina goes to Froggy's school, and she thinks that he is so cute. And he is dressed like a frog prince, and she is dressed like a frog princess. And that night, when the dark crept in and the ghosts and the goblins crept out to trick or treat, boo, Froggalina leapt out and chased after the frog prince to give him a kiss. Eek! Cried Froggy. He was never more scared in his life. Look what she did. She jumped out of these bushes here. You can see Frank Rumquick shows in the illustration. She jumped out and tried to kiss Froggy on his cheek. I don't think he liked it. He leapfrogged over his mother, and then he leapfrogged over his father. So the father dressed up to be a cow, and the mother dressed up to be a cowgirl. And then he leaped over his friend Max, who was the clown, and he flopped on Max's steps. Flop, flop, splat. He tripped on the porch. So here he is trying to jump up on the porch at Max's house, and he tripped and fell down. And Froggalina jumped and fell right on top of Froggy. She is very into him. The door flew open, and uh-oh, there stood the wickedest witch in the world. Trick or treat, squeaked Froggy, looking a little more red in the face than green. There he is with his really embarrassed face right there, and Froggalina landed on his back. Luckily, Froggalina ran away, and the witch turned out to be Max's granny. And that Halloween, Froggy got tons of candy, but his sword had torn a hole in his candy bag. So here's his sword, and you can see it poking through his candy bag. And as he's walking, all of his Halloween candies are falling out of his bag as he's walking here to his home. Poor Froggy. And by the time he got home, his candy was all gone. Oh no, cried Froggy. What's the matter? Asked his mother, and he showed her his empty bag. All the candy had fallen out and was gone. Well, you're in luck, said his mother, holding up a full bowl. I guess nobody liked my treats. And what do you think she gave him? Chocolate covered flies. Yum, cried Froggy, my favorite. Munch, crunch, munch. And he was happy as could be to be home with his family, eating his chocolate-covered flies. And that is the story of Froggy's Halloween. So in this story, you got to meet a new character, Froggalina. She goes to school with Froggy. So you'll see her in some other stories coming up too this week.